All right, ladies and gentle people, welcome to Redline Racing League, the Monday League, and we're here for round number 12. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we're here for round number 12. The second half of the season starts tonight, and we're here at Britain, so potentially some weather might be playing a factor in both qualifying and in the race, but we shall see. I am joined once again by my fellow co-commentator, as per usual, Mr. Vesa himself, Vesa RoscoArm. Ross, welcome.
It's great to be back alongside you in the commentary box. Still mad to think that we've gone now over the halfway mark of this season. Doesn't seem like ages ago we started the season. Well, I didn't start the season. You did, obviously, considering I've missed a few races along the way. But got a good turn up again. 17 runners. Weather could play a factor, like you said. So interesting to see. It might be a nice slipstream train if we get dries, but bring it on, I say.
And would you look at that? It is a little bit overcast here already, so don't think it might be rain. If it's going to rain, it might be raining at the end, but we shall see what drivers are going to be doing strategy-wise. So I have the standings up as you were introducing yourself here tonight. So we got New Zealand Ryan in first place on 248 points. He's 88 clear of DRC Jared on 160. So Jared needs to have some luck go his way. There's a few drivers already going to go on mediums. So they're probably going to be doing softs at the end, one would probably assume. We've got I'm Death Pro in P3, who is not here unfortunately. We have Oz Formula in P4. Is That Matt 039 in 5th. Benny F1 is in 6th. Broken Reptiles in 7th. Bazooka in 8th. Skis in 9th. And B Dubstep is in P10. Outside the 10, we have a laggy person. Savory Mince Pie is in 12th. Dill is in 13th. Pom is in 14th. Venom is in 15th, who is now full-time. DT in 16th. Camo is in 17th. Mitchie in 18th. And Edge is in 19th with a blank Haas car in P20. The team standings in the constructors, we have Racing Point in first place on 258 points. We have Mercedes in P2 on 170, so another 88-point gap opening up there for Racing Point. We got Ferrari in P3 on 97 points. They haven't scored many points in the last few rounds, which is a shame, but Death Bro not making it recently. Berserk has been disqualified from the session. We've got Renault in P4, Williams are in 5th, Alfa Romeo in 6th, McLaren are 7th, AlphaTauri are 8th, Red Bull are 9th, and Haas are in 10 on 28 points. But there's a few constructors battles happening down the field, so it's going to be interesting to see what happens here tonight. So we got the championship order out of the way, and we have, I think it's AlphaTauri on Edge. Yes, it is. So he's doing his lean none lap. So might be the Fog, who is a reserve on debut here tonight. I think this is his first race, I do believe. He's out on mediums. Yeah, I think so. I think he signed up last week, but he just missed out the cutoff as we had a full grid. But we have the Fog here tonight. He is pretty decent. I have commentated him already on a different league, on a different night. He is pretty decent. He does have some pace. And I think he actually won this race in another league that I did commentate on. So watch out for the Fog 32 here tonight. As he's coming through Maggots and Beckett's, coming through Chapel as well onto the back straight. Those clouds are looking menacing here as he gets purple. Middle sector's Edge is doing his lean done lap, and everybody is going to be out on track once Cowboys comes out there. There's a yellow dot, I think.
That's Warden. I'm going to assume he's going to try and get himself disqualified at the back. I could be wrong, unless they're doing something else here. But
well, the Fog has gone to the top of a 26-1. We got Form that goes P2 of a 26-7, and Edge has done a 29-6. Not bad pace there from Edge. As Poms for the 187, he goes to the top with a 25-8, but he is on softs, so could see him do another lap as the Red Bulls are fit at 6. Benji goes P4. We have an Ambrose on debut here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. SBR Ambrose 4 coming around the final corner, goes to the top with a 25-25. Actual scenes are going to be had here tonight with Ambrose, one would think. So the next car to set a lap time will be Oxygen Thief, but he is no idea what he's doing. He might be coming in actually.
Yeah, just for the viewers to know as well, recently seeing SBR Ambrose, that is formerly DJRTP17. He has changed his gamer tag in the recent past because he's a bit more of an Ambrose fan these days compared to what he was as a Penske fan. It's a bit hard to still get it through my head that he's actually changed his gamer tag, but we're still going to call him Penske because that's, I think, affectionately what he is known as. So, but he's at the current top of the moment, nearly a bit over, not quite 6/10 clear of Poms. Just runs wide at Stowe. Not Stowe, Cops. As his formula goes to the top.
Very nice lap there for the Alfa Romeo driver. We got a wild DRC jar coming around the final corner. Might be at the 24-6. That's going to be tough to beat here.
That's quick. That is quick.
It still goes P5, Savory stays P8. I would assume Savory just gave some slipstream on the straights. There's a Matt has invalidated his lap time. So the next one to set a lap time will be New Zealand Ryan coming around the third last corner, coming towards the chicane. This could be a decent lap here. I think this might be Ryan's favourite track as well, potentially. Coming around the final corner, there's a 25-2 P4 for New Zealand Ryan. We have a Warden coming around. He also they would have done a 27-9, put him in P number 9.
Yeah.
And yeah, Carl has invalidated. So we'll stay on board with him and see what type of lap time he would have done. As Oxygen Thief 23 is the last of the time runners with a 1 minute 49.2, and Calbo would have been in P11 because he did the 29. So the first round, Jamie's doing a lap. No, I think that might have been Oz Formula. Yeah, it was Oz Formula. So the next person to set that time will be Savory. He's invalidated. Jamie is coming in. I think Jared is coming in. Yes, he is. I think Dill is going to come in as well, as he's still on the median. So I must have missed that.
Probably trying to slipstream effect again down at the Red Bulls. 27-6, I think, the Savory had set. So I think he would have improved his lap time, but would have stayed in position number 9. And go back to what you used early on, said, yes, in past games, Ryan really loves this track. I don't know what it is about this track he loves, but he just, I don't know, he just loves this track. So, I mean, it is a slow lap. It's a 25-2 at the moment, a P4, but I would be surprised if you see him somewhere around that top part of the table at the moment.
Warden up to P5 with a 25-6 on those mediums. So not a bad lap there for the Renault driver. I think he's now full time, I do believe. Now.
Yeah, potentially. I don't know.
Yeah, potentially. Carlos, he would have done a 30, so keeps validating the young Ferrari driver. As Brazuca is now on lap, so we're right on board with Brazuca for a lap around Britain. as here comes Brazuca around the final corner. It is a 1 minute 25.387, and that's put him up into P5 currently. Not a bad lap there from the Alphatari driver. The next cut across the line will be a Mitchie 950 in that McLaren.
Get a nice slipstream as well from that Ferrari in front. It's gonna be Cowboy Oz, obviously, so that probably would have helped him out a bit. And here comes Mitchie to the line. He does improve and stays in P10.
Yeah, 26.3. He lost a bit of time in the final part of the track. As Matt is now on a lap. We got the 2 racing points. Where is Poms? I think Poms will be the first one to set a lap time. He's up on his time by a
He's
long
going to
way.
potentially be on the 24s here, if not cross the line.
24.926. Absolutely nothing separating Oz Formula and Poms to an A70 just yet, but one more run will decide this. Edge is out there on the mediums. He'll be the next one to set a lap time, I do believe, unless it's a Matt. No, it is a
Oxygen
it's
Thief.
an Edge. Oh, it's Oxygen Thief. Okay,
Yep.
alright. So
Mercedes
Oxygen
is on a
Thief.
flyer. Through the snow we go.
So Oxygen Thief then Edge. So let's see where Oxygen Thief will be at. He has a front row start, I do believe, at France. No, he left France.
It's going to improve.
But he's up in the
P11.
He's P11 anyway. Ed goes to P11 on those bands, but he's surely done enough fuel for another lap. As Jamie goes up to P7.
Yes, correct. And Matt just gets himself in the 10 as well.
And Edge has retired.
Jared's got quicker.
Oh my god, Edge, what did you do? Mitchie is retired as well. So Jared does a 24.0, way ahead of the competition at the moment. So I'm guessing the next one to set a lap time is New Zealand Ryan. He's 1 second quicker than his previous time. This could be something here to 24.1. Oh, we're in the money here, folks.
I did say he'd be up there somewhere later in the session. I've been proven right so far. It's going to be a real tight last the 6 minutes to go here in qualifying. 23s, I think, potential here. Well, for Jared and for Ryan, and potentially maybe a few other guys as well.
Do not count out Oz Formula just yet, and do not count out Poms 18070. Big improve on the wheel so far as he's just been grinding this game out.
Yep.
In quotation marks.
Nicely done.
He has got an Oz. Warden gets invalidated. He'll be straight in on another set of tyres and coming out with the likes of Ryan and company. So Dill will be the next one to set a lap time as Brazuca's coming out now on his out lap, so he's gone out pretty early.
Very early there.
Tactic or just to beat traffic?
Yeah, one or the other. It might be for traffic potentially. I'm not 100% sure, but less just doing a quick, well, not a quick run, but just doing an in-out lap or something, then come back in and put a fresh set of softs on or something. I have no idea, but we'll keep an eye on X-Dill. Don't know whether he'll pop into the 10. He might do. We'll wait and see. Across the line and goes 7th.
Yeah, he lost a bit of time in that final second, get onto the grass. Hopefully he's got enough fuel to get back in and do another lap as Brazuca is doing his lap right now. So only 3 cars out on track. One of them being Brazuca. Yeah, Cowboys lone Ferrari this race so far. Hasn't set a time lap yet, but wouldn't be a bad thing for him to start at the back, get the free choice of fire, and let the carnage unfold at turn 1. I cannot wait for turn 1. It's going to be something. Brazuca, big lock-up.
If everyone gets through turn 1, I'll be very surprised.
As we got 3.5 minutes, Roscoe. Let's play the prediction game as per.
Always.
Who's your man for pole position here tonight?
I'm going to go with the man who's pretty much a gun around this joint. I think New Zealand Ryan may have the pole position tonight. I think Jared and I think Oz Formula might give him a run for his money, but I think Ryan may just have enough of it. But we'll wait to see. What about yourself, Risey? Agree? Disagree?
I'm going to say the man that's on provisional pole right now, DRC Jared.
Okay.
I mean, he needs a good result here tonight. He needs... Brazuca goes up in the P3. Speaking of good result...
It's a great time there.
What a lap. He could have gone even quicker if he had not that lock up at, what's that, 1, 2, 3, 4... That turn 7, I think.
At Luffield.
After the first DRS straight. I think it's turn 7, I do believe. Yeah. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. It is what it is. But yeah...
I got lucky. I got the track map in front of me.
Oh, okay. Sweet. So yes, I am going for DRC Jared as my man for pole position, and he's coming out right now. Ryan's still in the pits, so interesting. I guess Jared just wants to beat the traffic, and it's a car park at the bottom corner here as Carbon's doing his first time lap, goes up to the P12. Oxygen Thief and Savory Mince Pie are doing their lap right now. As you got the people in the chat, also let's say that they're 24 not mediums. Yes, we saw, and we got Nick's Roxy saying hello. How's it going? We are doing fantastic, my dude. So everybody coming out right now, let us know in the chat and the comments of this video when it does go live. As Oxygen Thief has invalidated his lap time. He's still got a minute 30, but oh, it's going to be tough starting on 2 lap old softs. If he does get into the top 10, he does have enough time to get around, but he's also going to give a slip trip to save. He's also invalidated. You don't want that, as I think Cabo Oz is just going to come in and retire into the pit lane. As Jamie JW21 is also invalidated, so it's going to be the first person to not invalidate that lap. So we're going to run aboard the DRC Jared, and we'll assume Roscoe will be watching New Zealand Ryan very, very carefully. He's letting Savory go through to finish his lap and start another one. Brazuca has retired. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. My pick for pole position is starting off his lap going into turn number 1. His big yellow flags as Savory Fire has retired from the session. Luckily he's done enough track. Oxygen Feet doing another lap as well. So only, what's that, 3 cars after the top 10. Actually 2 cars as Cowboys in the pit lane can improve if they choose to. Oxygen Thief has retired from the session. This is going to cause chaos.
Well, I hope his car doesn't get involved in any other incidents, but Jared was 3/100ths quicker.
Yeah.
He gets sector 1. I'll just check Ryan's time at the moment.
Tom is got stuck behind that Mercedes. That cost Tom some time there. We've got 5 drivers in the 24s at the moment. Jared looking on par for a 23. He's a 10 up. Jared going ever so quicker.
Ryan went 8 10,000s quicker, but apparently went purple in sector 1, but I don't know whether that's true or not.
As there's a Williams around as... Okay, so the top 11 can improve. Here comes DRC Jared, 23.9. That could save all she wrote. Where's Pom to the win? He said he's invalidated. Els Formula is going to be the next one to set a lap time. It's at 24.3 up in P3. Red Bull of Dill stays P7. Jamie coming around the final corner as well, right behind New Zealand Ryan. Jamie, P6. No, Ryan.
He lost time.
Warden's up in the P4. Ambrose, can he get up there?
I think he improved.
He's up in the P5. Wow, what a lap there from Ambrose. Marcus Ambrose, everybody.
Yes.
Oh, wow, what a qualifying session. DRC Jared claims pole position with a lap time of a 1 minute 23.976. Absolute scenes. New Zealand Ryan in the P2, Oz Formula in the P3, Warden P4, Ambrose P5, Brazuca P6, Palms P7, the top 7 under a second. Then we got Jamie in P8, Dill P9, the Fog on debut in P10. Then we have Matt, Cowboy, Mitchie, Edge, Oxygen Thief, Savory Mince Pie, and Master Berserk, who got disqualified with Savory Mince Pie, the Drunk Driver Award here tonight. Ross, your thoughts?
Yeah, it's a very close qualifying, like we predicted, but Jarrett definitely was a big improvement, and I did say there was going to be someone in the 23s, and he was the one that did it, but I don't know what happened with Ryan, whether he was just slightly up on his time, but just I think it went away from him at the end there, but I think I'm still going to back him for the races. Looks like clear skies from the race, so no wet weather to be cited here for the Monday League.
It's such a shame. Could have another France situation though. Rain at the end.
That's true, yeah.
But always bet on having a safety car at some point of this on the Monday night.
Yes,
Whether
absolutely.
Be a virtual or a big boy safety car, always bet on it.
Yep, absolutely.
So we have about 15 seconds left. And while the drivers set up their race strategy, Ross, the prediction game once again, this time for the race. Who is your race winner and surprise podium here tonight?
Well, probably already gave away who the race winner is, but I've got to say Ryan, just because of the great knowledge that he has. I reckon he and Jared will have a great battle and probably might include Oz Formula and even Warden as well, because he's up there in position 4. Just have a look at the tyre graphic. Surprise podium. Who could really... I mean, the obvious choice I would think would probably be Master Berserk coming from 17th, obviously getting himself disqualified. He could be a potential... Don't know. I've probably said Berserk in the past, but... I'm going to go Master Berserk for a surprise podium here, starting from the back of the grid on the mediums, doing the opposite strategy, so it's a pretty simple one-stop strategy around here, but what about you, Frizy?
Well, Cowboys is just taking that edge, so fantastic stuff.
Lovely stuff.
Outside the top 10, so only Cowboy, Minchie, and Oxygen Thief are starting on softs. The rest of them are on mediums. No one's got the hard strat, so
no,
I mean,
hards are useless here.
It is a hard to soft to medium or medium to soft race anyway.
Yeah.
But for race winner, I am going to say DRC Jared. He needs to claw back some points in this championship if he has any hope of amounting a challenge in the second half of the season. Surprise podium. I'm going to say the man in P10 to the Fog 32.
Okay.
Man on debut. The man on debut here tonight. First top 10 start. I mean, he did win this race in another league that I did commentate on. Last minute, mind you. But yeah, it was really pacey. Very good on his tyres. But the thing is that he did start up at the front, so this is a different kettle of fish than what he's used to. As we're going to get ready for 5 red lights and British Grand Prix.
Bring it on, I say. Bring it on. I think we're nearly all set to go here. Are we?
Yeah, there we go. There's 3, 4, 5 lights. And it's lights out, and away we go. The runner gets off to a good start, which is Water 99. He's up into P2. Can he go down to P1? Yes, he can. What a start by Water. He comes DRC Jared around the outside into turn 3. Oh my God, hold on. Bit of contact. Jared holds on. Oz Formula looking down the inside of New Zealand Ryan. And Jared holds on the P1. Here comes Ryan. Down the inside, they're going to go 3 wide. Are they? No, they're not. Jared holds on the P1. Warden and Oz Formula get side by side here. Warden get a bit of oversteer moment. What a start by Warden. He's back down to the P4 though. Got to hold on, and now he's on the back of Oz Formula. What an opening start as Oz Formula does a little bit of a weave. Ryan hits the grass. Everybody got through turn 1 relatively unscathed. The Savory is overtaking Master Berserk at the back. Ryan getting a bit out of shape there.
Oh, it's into badly for Savory.
Oh no, he's still in the race. Luckily, I'm keeping an eye on this battle at the front here. Ryan slipstreaming DRC Jared. This might be an Austria Saturday League once again. DRS training everybody and slipstreaming. But what a opening lap here, ladies and gentlemen. Everybody got through relatively unscathed as the timing glitch has happened once again.
Yep.
And this is just fan-bloody-tastic. Codemasters, fix up your bloody game.
I'll have to send in a bug report about this crap, I think. But I did see Savory, I think he was side by side with Master Berserk through Maggins and Beckett, so I don't think that would have ended badly. But I was surprised. Everybody got through there pretty cleanly through turn 1, but Warner got a ripper start. And then all of a sudden he's back into pretty much his starting spot again. So it was sort of a good then not so good for Warner, but he's keeping toe with the top 3 at the moment.
Unfortunately, Poms for the win 870. He's back down to the P9. The Fog's up in the P8, so he's gained a couple of positions as well. So he's looking very feisty. Berserker looking for a move on Marcus Ambrose here, ladies and gentlemen. Can he make a move? No, dirty, yeah.
Great run through there.
Matt's having it. Matt's around.
Yep, he's had a spin.
Matt's got a 3-second time penalty, but I think that might be removed as he was spinning around. So do not expect Matt to keep that 3-second time penalty after
Berserk got
the
one as well.
race. So we got some battle packs forming right now. As we're on lap number 3, Jared sets the pace with a 28.4, and DRS is enabled right now. So we might start to see some overtakes. Ambrose looking for a move onto Jamie. He's looking ahead rather than back, and still gets a 3-second time penalty. Jamie locks up a little bit. Dill and Oxygen Thief.
Oh, it's ended badly for Dill.
He's still got his front wing. That's what matters at this stage of the race. I mean, he can take medium. If the safety car were to come out, he could take mediums to the end, but it is a risk. And Ambrose down the inside. Jamie's got his 2 positions. Is he? No. Berserker tries to take advantage of it, but he's just going to get the traction down with Jamie coming back.
Ambrose had to make that. That's hard to say that every time. I know it's Penske, but I mean, you had to make that move because the other guys, Warden gets a 3-second time penalty, but he had to make the move quick, otherwise he'd lose ground. And, well, I mean, Jamie runs way off at Maggins and Beckett's.
As the Fog is hunting down Brazuka, I did say...
Jamie up the inside, not quite.
I was going to say, I did say the Fog does have some good pace around here. So watch out as there's a hill is around. I think he might have collided with Savory in the fire. He's still got wing, but expect him to come in. Ryan sets the fastest lap of the race so far.
Berserk's out.
Berserk has a safety car. I think what happened was Berserk has done a Max Verstappen with Sebastian Vettel. So I think. Where was Berserk when it happened? He was P13.
Yeah, I think it was down there.
He was battling with Edge and Calvo, so...
It's a weird spot.
Yeah, Dill into the pit lane, and yes he is. He's got a front wing change, so he must have had like lime green or something.
Yeah,
But
take advantage of this.
Yeah, safety car is out now. I think, is it worth the risk for the top guys? Come on, medium and go to the end. It can be done.
Yeah, well, it can be done, but it probably depends how long the safety car stays out for. But I'd probably say the top guys may stay out and pretty much go to the pit window. I think it might stretch out the sauce a little bit longer. But I mean, I would be surprised if maybe someone actually tries to take a gamble and come in and pit onto the mediums. That'd be probably in good stead for the race. But well, Jared just trying to go. Ryan comes in.
Ryan, all in. Ambrose is in. Jamie staying out.
Brazuca.
Oh, Brazuca, 5 second penalty. Poms is staying out. Obviously, they don't want to double stack and lose a lot of time, but it might be worth the risk, you know, to lose time to get onto
fresh
a
rubber.
So Ryan is on hards.
Yep, same with
Warden's
Warden.
on mediums.
There's a
Warden's
few on hards.
Ambrose on hards. Brazuca on hards. Oxygen Beat on hards. Edge's going on softs for some unknown reason.
I assume that's probably if he's hoping for another safety car, but
unless he's just going to come in this lap and put on another set of tyres. Matt's on softs. Savory is on softs. Maybe assuming that they're just going to come in and put on another set of mediums potentially.
Well,
As technically, this will be it'll count as their mandatory tyre. So
hang on, what time did they start on? Just look here. Oh yeah, okay. So Matt was on the mediums, and so was Edge. As they started on the mediums, same with Savory. So they probably had to go softs. I mean, could have maybe gone hards. I don't know, but they're probably just wanting the quicker rubber. They might have a couple of sets. Obviously, they got this set and probably another set of softs up their sleeve. Maybe, I don't know, but probably a tough ask. But top three are the only three that have stayed out. So you got to assume maybe they're going to stay out long, because I don't think you want to be pitting, because you'll be way at the back of the field.
oh, this is going to be interesting for the top three. Does Poms come in now?
Nope, they're going to stay out.
They're going to stay out. Would expect safety car to come in at the end of next lap 6. I think Brazuca. Ed's coming in. I thought Brazuca was going to come in and do his 5-second penalty. Matt,
you were.
yeah, Matt, Savory are in.
Yeah, all the soft guys that will literally put the softs on and just come back in. So I assume they're going to put the mediums back on.
This is going to be. Let's see what I would assume mediums. Ed's on mediums. Savory's on mediums.
Yep.
And Matt's on mediums, yeah. So this helped out Theo a lot now, because he's going to catch back up to the pack.
Yep, he's gained a couple of spots, obviously, with those three having to come back in.
So now Brazuca's going to go to the end, unless another safety car comes out. He's got to keep in mind he's got a 5-second penalty as well for speeding into the pit lane.
Yeah. Hopefully he remembers that one. That's just if another safety car does come out, or even a virtual safety car, maybe he might be able to serve it. But if we stay green for the rest of the race, then it's going to be a tough ask. Really, he has to build up a 5-second gap to anybody really who he's battling with, just to keep whatever position he finishes.
Just want to point out something. Keep an eye on his formula. He's on mediums. He's surrounded by hards at the moment. If he can get a good launch, a good start, safety car restart, get past Ryan quick start, he's got a chance at P1.
He's got to make use of the mediums very, very quickly. The hards are obviously a longer lasting tyres. The safety car's in. So if Formula wants to win this race, and he has to get by Ryan very quickly and try and build up a gap as quick as he can, and will probably have to manage his mediums towards the end. Otherwise, he's got a very quick Kiwi that's going to be very quick right at the end on those hards. A lot of weaving going on.
Yeah, we might see some team orders at Racing Point. Will Poms let Ryan go through? It looks like he's going to.
Oh, Oxygen Thief spun under the safety car.
Oh, can he get back quickly? I think Savory had an illegal overtake, so now he has to get back quickly. He's made it just in time. So Jared is probably going to go right about
very late
now, and there he goes. He's dropped it, and away we go. Green flag, ladies and gentlemen. Former looking for a move on to New Zealand. Ryan straight away. Oh, but Jamie's had a spin.
Jamie's gone. Yep. Someone else is gone.
Oh wow. I think it's X still.
Yep, he's still again.
Oh no, X still. He's had another spin. Not his fault. Jamie's had a spin as well. The fog's up at the P7. Can he get down the inside of Ambrose? No, Ryan looking for a move on Collins around the outside. Can he do it? Mitch and Brazuka swapping positions.
Oh, we missed that. Warden's jumped into 4th place here. I don't know where that's happened.
No, I caught it, and due to the fact Oswald had to brake because his teammate's car wasn't ghosted at
okay.
the perfect time. And
that'd be a nightmare.
Slipped down the inside and took advantage of it. As Jamie gets a 3-second time, so Former's caught back up to the back of Warden. Jared's put out a 2-second margin already. And Poms is still in the P2, ladies and gentlemen. So he's kept it in front of Ryan. So it'll be mediums for Jared and Poms. Unless another safety car were to happen. As Forms looking for a move on Warden but couldn't get the job done. In the squeeze moment. If you're going to send it in turn 1, please don't. No, he's a bit too far back. Maybe on the DRS straight.
There he goes.
He's gone for it. Down the inside. And he's got the move done. Hold it.
Yep. I think he has.
Got it. And he will get DRS. Actually, no, he won't.
Lap,
DRS
next lap.
Disabled. As he comes Ryan on Poms. No, Ryan is staying back behind Poms with 87 here. As Calvo and Dill are back into the lane. Mitchy 3-second time penalty. The fog still behind Ambrose on those hards, so Fog needs to get past Ambrose quick smart if he has any chance of catching up to the top guys.
Yep.
2.1 seconds separates DRC, Jared and Poms for the win. A 17. Edge gets a 3-second time penalty. Saw something happen with Edge there.
I think he got past by Savory.
Oh, Savory hits the back of Oxygen Thief. Doesn't look like he's got any front wing damage. This could be worthy for Savory. 1 championship point. The fog around the outside of Ambrose.
He's got it, I think.
Close. He's got it. He's got it.
Yep, he has.
He's got it. He's up in the P6 as Ambrose hits the back of him. DRS is now enabled. So we might see some overtaking here, ladies and gentlemen. The fog is 1.5 seconds behind Warden 99, so it's got a bit of time to catch up. But the leader, Jared, has checked out 2.5 seconds ahead of Poms with A7 here.
Ryan's got to get past his teammate here. He's got to get by him because Formula's catching and he'll get by easily.
Yeah, DRS. He now hoping Poms can hold him up just a little bit.
Oh, that's not going to help.
A bit of lag. Still another 3-second time, and it's not been his race at all on tonight here, ladies and gentlemen. As there's a bit analog for P10 at the moment because Savory, Oxygen Thief, Matt, Ed, and Jamie. But I would assume the softs are going to start running out pretty soon. As Mitchell gets a 3-second time penalty for his
as well.
For his trouble. smart play from Poms to stick with Ryan as best as he can, use his DRS, drag him to his pit window. Might have been now actually Steve and Matt.
Matt tried a very bold move up the inside of Stowe, but it didn't work out, unfortunately, so he's going to have to work hard again. And Ryan sets the new fast lap of the race on the hards, no surprise.
As Poms is falling, he's outside of DRS at the moment.
Yeah, he's going to be gobbled up here, I think, by Formula on this DRS straight, the Wellington straight.
There he goes. He's on back on the podium. Can Warden get past Poms to win A70, but Poms might be coming in pretty soon. We're on lap 10 of 26. This is going to be an interesting race. All race long here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. We've got another battle pack on between Falk, Tim McLaren and Brazuca at the moment for P6, 7, 8 and 9. Savory 1.1 seconds ahead of Matt, so he can try and look ahead to get some more points here tonight. Oxygen Thief gets a 3-second time penalty. So Jared's staying out for another lap here. His tyres must be in very good condition. So around here, it's a really slow pit lane.
Yes.
As Jamie is coming into the lane, those softs are wearing out too much for him at this present stage. What do you think the gap Jared needs?
Well, I mean, he's still staying out there on the soft compounded tyres at the moment. Very old softs at this stage. He will be on fresh rubber, but I don't know. It's going to be... I reckon he'll be probably somewhere out behind, way behind Edge. I know Jamie's just come into the lane to put on the mediums, but it's just a rough guess. Probably the same for Poms as well. But they'll have fresh grip, so probably have to keep an eye on that. But that'll be a real tough ask. We can get through the field definitely quickly, but when they can get up to these guys up front like Ryan and Oz Formula, a tough ask, I reckon.
So we think you get about a 30-second gap at least.
Yes, maybe something like that. It's probably a long shot that's going to happen, but probably his safety car would really help him out here. But still going on. That safety car would have probably helped conserve the tyres a little bit so they could go just a tad more longer. They're going on to lap 12.
Yeah, that's definitely true. Because Warden is slowly but surely catching back up to Poms, and looks like his tyres are starting to fade just a little. Mitchie, another 3-second time penalty. He's still behind his teammate here, who is on the hard. You wouldn't expect Mitch to get past him quickly, but as Ambrose is using pretty much no assist these days, as Warden's got past Poms. Poms trying to look for a move back. No, it's just going to be happy for P5 at the moment. You might see him come in at the end of this lap, potentially. We don't know where the safety car is going to come out. Everybody's pretty good with each other. Half the grid's in a party with at least someone.
Yeah.
So it's going to be interesting.
We'll just keep an eye on the race leader, see whether he's going to come in soon. No, he's going to stay out for another lap, so...
What's his ERS at? He's at 90% ERS. As Brazuca's gone past Mitchie. So Mitchie not taking advantage of those mediums, and Brazuca's flew past him, passed by him with DRS. Oh, yeah. So Fogg back up to P5, so now he can catch up to Warden 99. He's still in P4, by the way, just minding his own business. In Formula, we have DRS once again.
Yep.
You need to
That's a
consider.
little bit sideways there on his screen, but yeah, you've got to make use of the tyre grip that you have on the mediums. Like I said, the hard competitor tyres are the longer lasting, so they'll be probably more the ideal tyre towards the end of the race. So it's probably what you're seeing now with Brazuca getting past Mitchie for 7th, and I would be surprised if you see Ambrose possibly come back to the fog there for P5.
Well, the fog is 4.1. He's tripping back behind water a lot, really, and Ambrose is catching him up slowly but surely. It's under a second. It was about 1.1, 1.2. It's about a lap ago. So, the mediums starting to wear out quickly. Then we've got DRC Jared. He's staying out again. He's done. This will be half race distance plus qualifying.
Yep, so that's probably, 14 laps. On the set of these Sauce's Formula, sets fast lap in the race. No surprise, because he was using that slipstream and DRS behind New Zealand Ryan. So trying to close that gap in. This is probably the closest he's been to Ryan so far.
It's Mitch. He's falling behind Brazuca at the moment.
Yeah.
1.3. Dave Harden's starting to come into their own right now. Let's get the 3-second time penalty.
Oxygen Thief.
It's Oxygen Thief. He's had a spin. No safety car yet. If this was real life, it would have been one.
Yeah, potentially. He was probably stuck in the gravel anyway, but...
Well, that's helped Palms out massively, because now he's just right in front of him. Could use a bit of DRS to help him out. And Oxygen will have to drive pretty slowly for a little bit to get rid of that gravel on his tyres. Let's go back on board with Ambrose, battling with the Focus Mitchie, getting another time penalty.
It's going to hurt him later on.
I think that's about his 3rd or 4th penalty. So, it's Jared is
finally he's in.
Finally he's in. I was just about to say that.
Nice work.
So we have now a race battle for the lead here, ladies and gentlemen, between New Zealand Ryan and Oz Formula. Would expect to see Jared on mediums? Yes, he is.
Correct. And correction as well. Mitchie's on that was his 4th penalty. Just check the race directors. Calvo, it's his another 3-second time penalty, but that's going to be way behind. He'd be probably ahead of Poms. I'm not sure. He would absolutely be ahead of his teammate, I would think.
Actually, he is. He's coming out in P11. So
Poms is the fast lap. No surprise.
If you think about it, it's not too bad for Jared. Only P11. He can easily catch up to like some Ed Savory, Matt, and all that, and company. He's on fresh mediums with about 12 laps to go.
Look out for some blistering times from DRC Jarrett later in this race. Definitely, I would think, get the fastest lap for the extra bonus point. At how far? We know a couple of guys have got penalties. It'll be interesting to see where he finishes. Here comes Formula again. This is the closest he's been this time. Or is he going to look?
He's going to send it. No.
Not quite.
We do know New Zealand Ryan does have a time penalty. I did see it on the bottom that it came up with one.
Yeah. Let's double check. Does he? No. He's only got one warning. Correction. He's got one warning. And
well, nice
Formula's on 2 warnings, so I think that was Warden that we might have seen the penalty for earlier on.
But I swear to God, I thought it said New Zealand Ryan had a 3-second time penalty.
No, it's only got.
But if it doesn't, I do apologise, Ryan, if you watch this back. 7 minutes by another 3-second time penalty. So this race might be decided on penalties. But Formula needs to keep it within track limits, otherwise he'll be banged with one as well.
He can't afford another warning here, because if he gets another one, that's pretty much the race done, unless Ryan gets another 2 warnings in this race.
You cut out there a little bit, Ross. What did you say?
Oh, sorry. of saying like a formula can't afford another warning. If that's the case, then that's pretty much game over. It's yellow flags.
It's Savory.
Savory meets Pie.
And just like that, Jared's back up into the points. Does Savory have any wing? Yes, he does. This is going to be a close battle. The battle for P4 is still on between the Fog 32 and Ambrose. Marcus Ambrose on debut here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. But needs to save up some ERS. As Ryan's got about 30%, while Formula's got about 20%, so definitely to save a bit more ERS as Ryan's getting the better traction coming onto the straight here. Obviously, if he gets another time penalty, Savory's into the lane. Would expect him to go into the softs as Jared sets the pass up with a 27-0.
No surprises there at all.
As Matt's overtaken Minty with DRS, so Minty falling a bit behind here. And Jared catching up to Edge. It's a bit too far behind, but within the corners, yeah, he just caught him up like no tomorrow.
Much better grip.
I mean, Edge doesn't
might
have
have
to
a go
get
here
out of the way.
at Cops.
I mean, Edge didn't go through. He didn't have to. Could have kept battling it, but smart play, not to ruin your race. He's still in the points, so I guess that is the main thing. The Ambrose Fog battle is still going on here, ladies and gentlemen. As Savory is back onto a set of soft compounded tyres. Would expect Savory to set the fastest lap of the race. It's still that point away. Actually, I think Jared might still have it. Yes, he does. It's a 27-0. Just looking at the fastest lap times here, Formula is about a 10th behind Ryan, fastest lap rate at the moment. So he needs to get past Ryan quickly if he wants any hope. You know, like sector, it's a VSC. It's Savory's into the wall. He's got no wing at all.
Yep. I think he might have been battling with his teammate there, so...
Matt gets a drive through penalty, speeding under VSC.
That's just what you need, isn't it?
As Dill is into the lane and Red Bulls are going to be double stacking.
Yep.
Save the hero! Oh my god! Oh, that was so close between Formula and New Zealand Ryan. Oh, wow, that would have been big controversy right there if something would have happened right there. Oh, wow.
Oh, that sums up that. Formula's made an error!
He needs to keep his cool. He gets a bit frustrated right now.
Just saved it.
Yeah, I was going to say, Jared's up in the P8. Someone's around. I think it might be X still. Probably the car's through.
Yeah.
As Matt's done his drive through and he's outside the points, as Pop is back into the lane. Back into the top 10, I should say.
You say back into the lane. Where was that? I didn't see that.
Oh, wow. Yeah, but it's just still getting out of the way.
Yeah. That gap's now gone out a little bit, obviously, with that little mistake in Formula. Let's say that's probably a combination of cold tyres, I would think. Unless he just made a little error coming through turns 3 and 4, but still within DRS, so not lost yet.
He needs to stay patient. build up at your ERS because you also need to build up more ERS. Because mine's got about 40%. You've only got 20. You need to build it up.
But you got to keep within striking distance as well.
Yeah, exactly. As Matt gets the 3-second time penalty. As Dill's gone off.
I'm going to assume that's virtual safety car as Jamie's out.
Jamie is out.
And Savory's out.
Is out. Dill's got
I'm going to assume that's a little bit of payback from Savory to Dill there, because now Dill's got 0 front wing now.
Well, Ed's taking advantage of this.
Yep,
He's gone on
for him.
softs. Not a bad play for Edge.
Probably behind Matt, I think. Yes, he will.
He does have a gap to Cowboys. Cowboys coming into the lane. Do not expect to see the front two to come in as we're going to go green flag racing right now. Oh, I thought there might have been a glitch at the safety cars. Formula 2 tenths behind Ryan, see?
He's going to go for it!
Is he? Oh my god!
Oh.
He's going to go around the outside.
Brave, very brave!
Oh my god, down the inside! Has he got it? Yes, he has! What a move by Oz Formula, and he takes the lead of the race. We've had 2 VSCs and 1 safety car. Jared's up in the P7 right now, and with only 6 laps remaining, I think Jared might be off podium here tonight, ladies and gentlemen.
Where is he on the racetrack? He's nearly 7 seconds away from Brazuca, so as Ryan's going to come back here.
Down the inside, and he's got to move back P1. We might be seeing this again. You're like sector 2. I think it's just still just getting out of the way, I would assume.
Spin as well. Just be cautious, yeah. Even though ghosting's on. Good lad.
Oh, dear. Are we going to see another safety car?
Oh, Formula!
Yeah, I thought that was going to happen. I was on board with it. He just went wide a little bit, is weaving in disgust. Oh,
I think he knows it.
He actually knows it. I think Ryan might still have a corner cutting token up his sleeve.
I'll check it in a minute.
Still is up in the P14 and, well, last of the runners at the moment.
Ryan's only got 1 warning. Oz Formula's got the penalty, and Warden's got 1 penalty plus 1 warning as well. Where's the fog at? He's pretty keeping it clean at the moment. SBR Ambrose, 2 warnings. That's the top 5 currently.
So Ryan does have a corner cutting token up his sleeve if he chooses to use it. Jared fast lap with a 26.9. 5 laps to go. He needs to overtake Ryan and build a 3-second gap.
It's gonna be a hard ask, I think, and I think the mediums will probably be starting to wear out a little bit more, and the hards will be probably coming into their own here. Ryan just has a little moments with cops, but that's okay.
As Matt is he's back in the points, but he does have a 5-second penalty next to his name if the safety car were to come out. Is Ambrose
again? Not quite.
Formula do it again? No. Oh, he's gone for it!
Oh, he's close.
It was a late decision, but he held his nerve. 27.4 is his best lap so far, so he's about 5 tenths away from getting that fastest lap, but I think that's Jared right now. Oh, this is very, very intense here, ladies and gentlemen. Ambrose.
Oh,
3
Ambrose.
second time penalty, but Brazuca does have one himself, so
That's cost him 4th. Edge, I have no idea what the hell he's doing. That's going to cost Ambrose P4 at this rate, because I think the fog's pretty clean at the moment. No warnings at all.
So in the chat we've got RBR asking penalty situation. Ryan has 1 warning. Formula has a penalty. Warden has a penalty. Fog has nothing. Ambrose just got a penalty. Brazuca has 2 penalties. Jared has nothing. Mitchie has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 penalties. Toms has 2 warnings. Matt has 1, 2, about 5 penalties. Oxygen Thief has 2, 3 penalties. Edge has a lot of penalties. Calvo has a penalty, and Dill, well, he's got a lot of penalties as he is lapped. So that's the penalty situation, and Ryan's just pulled out a gap on Aus Formula, so those tyres are starting to fade just a tad, and with that penalty, I think that's all she wrote.
He's still got DRS, but that's now, he's keeping within the DRS for 1 second, but that gets out within 1 second. No, he's got the time penalty, but I think it's nearly curtains now for Aus Formula. It's great battling these two up front anyway, on 2 different compounded tyres.
Yeah, it was. As Edge has been disqualified, the shock horror there.
Received multiple penalties, too many I think, so he's at the back in 17th.
It's too late for a safety car to come out now anyway, so Formula is still going quickly. He went purple middle sector apparently, but
keep an eye on Ambrose because he's closing in on the fog for 4th.
And luckily he went green flag quickly for Formula just in case he was going to make a move, but no, 2 laps to go. And I think Ryan might have this unless he gets 2 warnings within the next 2 laps. It's like sector 2. I think it's Oxygen Thief. Yeah, he's had a spin, so looks like Matt might get the 1 World Championship point despite the many penalties he's had. Brazuca's caught back up to Ambrose. Ambrose and the Fog are having a battle here now. P4, so P4 is still up for grabs here. And Mitchie's on PA, but he's been hounded by Toms at the moment. But he does have a lot of penalties as well. So could be a decent haul of points here for McLaren.
And for Racing Point as well.
That is true. But Racing Point, their battles with Mercedes and Jones in the P7 and Oxford Peters in P11, so that gap just grows and grows and grows. Still another 3-second time penalty. This is the battle. P4, 5 and 6.
It's as close as Penske's been, I think. Gonna have to work hard for it here.
Here comes Bruce.
Oh, there's contact!
Oh, no! Oh, wow!
Yeah.
Oh, no!
I think you saw it on your screen there, folks. That one.
Yeah. Let us know what your thoughts of that. Jared gets some fast lap points so far. He's up at a P6, but he could get some more points here as well. As he hasn't got a penalty, so he could at worst be P4, depending on what the situation is with the ones around him. And Tom and Brian still under a second of each other. It's been a race-long battle between these two, pretty much. Warden got an electric start. Was in the P1 coming out of, I think it was the club section. And he just fall back in the P4, but he's still on the podium. Very good drive from Warden here tonight. But the story is, New Zealand Ryan took advantage of the safety car. Jared stayed out, and Ryan around as Cowboys is just going to let him go through. He's going to come around and win the British Grand Prix. Odds Fuller is P2. Warden will come home in a very good P3. And the battle is P4, but I think Ambrose might just have that.
Depend on penalties, of course.
He's going to finish P4. Brazuca P5. Jared gets up to the P4. It still has retired. The Fog gets P6 after that. Brazuca down in P7. Pons gets P8.
Got Mitchie somewhere along the line there.
Yeah, he's got Mitchie. So Pons will get P8. Mitchie will get P9. And it looks like Matt will get 1 World Championship point. Wow, what a race. Not sure what Matt was doing there.
They're going to spin it across the line, is he? Something like that.
Well, he's probably lost his 1 point anyway, so that might get the oxygen feed.
Find out, and he's across the line.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I saw a front wing fly off Oxygen Thief's Mercedes, but...
no, so
Matt
Oxygen
does hang
Thief...
on.
He hangs on, and Oxygen Thief gets driver of the day by Kudma.
How?
Wow. Let us know who was your driver of the race. Or driver of the day, I should say driver of the race. I mean, same thing, just different
Same
wording.
thing.
But Ryan and Formula, what a battle. It had Austria Saturday vibes. I mean, Austria had 4 cars battling, but these two put on a pretty good show, actually.
Yeah,
They
absolutely.
kept it clean. Nobody got spun or anything. And here is the final race results. Ryan takes the win from Oz Formula and Warden 99. Jared ends up in P4 with the fastest lap points, so not a bad return there. Ambrose gets P5. The Fog gets P6. Brazuca P7. Poms 70 gets P8. Mitchie P9 with Matt getting P10. That's the time with Oxygen Thief, Cowboy Odds, and X-Still. The DNFs are Jamie, Savory, Master Berserk, and RBHR Edge was disqualified. Oh, what a race here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Oh.
Entertaining all round, to say the least. I've nearly got no voice again.
Yeah, you're telling me.
Yes, exactly. I'm not even the main commentator.
And we're going to do it all again on Saturday at this track once again. And next Monday.
That's a Hungary, I believe, is it not?
I think isn't it Belgium? I thought it was Belgium. If I'm wrong, I do apologize. I thought it was Belgium.
I've got it here somewhere, please tell me I do. Look, big check.
If it's Hungary, well then, that's another track. It's going to be very, very spicy. Because we are doing the full we're doing the full
Hungary.
calendar. Okay, it is Hungary.
It's Hungary, yep.
Alright, so we have 2 more weeks until we have a week break after Belgium then. So
Yes.
next week, we're at Hungary, and the Curb of Death will be returning at that track.
Yes.
I know we didn't see it at this race, but whether it could play a factor at Hungary, it has happened in the past.
Yep.
Hungary last season was, I think it was pretty decent from memory.
Yeah, it's a bit hard for me to remember, but
Yeah.
we'll wait and see when we get to it, I suppose.
Yeah. So, as all, Roscoe, before we say our goodbyes, who was your driver of the race? Driver of the day?
Driver of the day. It's a difficult one. I probably would give it to one, but I think I'm going to have to split it between both New Zealand Ryan and Oz Formula. You know, they gave us one hell of an epic battle. Oz Formula obviously is trying his absolute best to try and beat Ryan, but unfortunately the time penalty did cost him in the end there. So I've got to split those between those two. I think between New Zealand Ryan and Oz Formula. What about yourself, Fry? Give it the same or different?
I'm just trying to think who started outside the 10 and got points. I think nobody really. I mean Matt potentially. I mean the Fog on debut getting some points. He was in a battle for P4 with Ambrose and Berserker at the end. A second last lap incident sport they planned, so it wasn't a bad drive from the Fog 32. But,
That's true.
You know what? Just to be different, I'll give it to the Fog.
Okay.
The Fog 32 is my driver of the day. So do tune in next week, next Monday. As you can see, we're at Hungary, and that is going to be a ripper of a race. Always bet on safety cars on the Monday League. RRL will see you on Saturday. I'll just put the standings over the lobby screen so you don't have to watch it anymore. But yeah, until next Monday, it is goodbye, and we'll see you there for Hungary. See ya!
Bye.